Earth to Nathan. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm here, man.
Lund is currently orbiting the moon. He heard that there was a Del Taco in space, and he rolled down his window to order at the drive-thru and was sucked into oblivion. And now Earth has two moons. One, our Vanguard that's been there since the beginning of time. Another one, nude, covered in hair, angry that he has no Del Taco.
I've thought about this. There's a lot of trips I take to and from Denver. Well, I guess from Denver to Trinidad, I usually gas up by the mall in Lone Tree. And there's a Del Taco by that 7-Eleven. So I often get Del Taco, I gas up, and I eat the Del Taco as I drive down I-25.
And you gas up again after that Del Taco gets in your tank.
I'm going fast. I'm distracted. Out of all the things that could kill me in the next 10 years, that is probably the has the highest odds. If you were a betting man, and you're crippling your future because of your gambling addiction.
Wow,
I would put $1,000 on me dying with Del Taco on my T-shirt in a ditch.
Well, so if it's
I can't wait for Twitter to get a hold of me.
If it's not you putting hot sauce on your Del Taco and driving,
I don't get the hot sauce because that's like one way I can try to beat the devil.
Well, yeah, you could also pull over and put your hot sauce on before you start driving. My dad would go to Taco Bell and he would hand the bag back, and it was my job to put individual squirts of hot sauce on each bite of his tacos, and then I was allowed to eat my tacos once the job was finished.
That's wild. So you're just constantly passing back and forth. Hot sauce bite, hot sauce bite.
Yeah, and I'm like handling every bite of it with my child fingers, which have never been washed. I was like, what? And then also Sophie. So I would make Sophie do the same thing to me. So before Sophie could eat, she had to apply hot sauce to my burrito bites, and then I had strep throat.
Even though you weren't driving.
Well, no, but I'm the fucking navigator. You know, there's
Jesus Christ.
You have to respect the rank order. There's a chain of command in the car, and I'm the sergeant at arms, and Sophie's little bugle boy. But then I would just constantly get strep throat, and I realized it's because Sophie would eat her boogers and then fucking hand me bites. I had strep throat so much in 5th grade, I went to school like 60 days out of the entire year.
Yeah. I had that a lot, too.
Yeah, you had strep throat because you're disgusting, and you were smoking, and you were 8 years old.
Yeah, my sinus all through my body.
Yeah, all the foil would get inside of your brain. Becker found a foilie in front of his hotel, and he's stoked.
Found 2.
Yikes.
Yeah, he found.
Where is that hotel? Is that on the Fremont Street Experience?
No. It's like right at the edge where Fremont turns into a very rough ghetto.
Yeah, Becker's staying where Tupac got shot. he's right on top of it.
They arrested
They just found the guy.
Yeah, I know. It was Carlos the Grit.
He also talked about it in a book that came out in 2019, so it's pretty, the LVPD is getting blasted for their lack of attention to anything. I don't know. They're busy telling homeless people to move it along because the blue hairs want to play Keno.
He's friends with like a police chief or something, right? Like he has some weird in with the police that fucks the whole thing up.
What's that, your toaster?
No, that was Carlos and Becker can't go more than 3 minutes without being like, I love you, I miss you. They're very codependent down here.
A lot of holding hands.
Yeah, these two bumping around Skankfest. Dude, you have to do Skankfest next year. Bro, Becker is getting recognized. People are asking for pictures with Becker.
Yeah. It's bananas.
That's cool.
You would be a huge deal here.
Do they do live podcasts at all?
Yeah.
They do, yeah. They're begging us. They're like, when do you want to do a live Chubby B? Finally. You guys can say it, and we can get girls to dump them, and there's no pasties.
Yeah.
We could have a dump them out anywhere competition.
love it.
Yeah, we could do an official say it, don't spray it.
It's the coolest group of comedy fans I've ever, like, everybody's rabidly excited for comedy. It rules so hard, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, everybody has Asperger's and/or autism and is fixated on Sam Tallent's every move.
Dude,
I'm sure it's a blast.
I'm having a great time, but as Becker can attest, it's been difficult to walk around. This might be the summer of Sam. I'm going to get a 44 caliber gun, and I'm going to go bust up kids making out and send them to hell to hang out with my grandfather, who's also a dog.
You're getting mobbed, huh?
Well, I mean, I don't want to say I'm getting mobbed, but yes.
It takes quite a bit of extra time to walk from the door to the exit.
And not because I'm a big fat turd, listeners, all right? It's not because I have my rascal scooter and I forgot to charge it. Let me get ahead of this one before the allegations come out.
Yeah, they just
what?
They just love them, but it's everybody. Everybody just loves everybody. It's awesome. Like, people in line making, like, lifelong friendships. It's really adorable.
It's the age of Aquarius.
What shows have you done?
I did one last night at 10, which went really well, just stand-up. Then I did Colum Tyrell's Midnight Circus, which opened up with a flare-juggling bartender with huge ones.
Yeah, dude, she had them.
Oh, yeah, I'm surprised she could reach her hand that high over her head. Those were the only cups she was catching. You know what I mean? Her giant bra was working overtime. We can be nasty because we're in Vegas. And then it was like a bunch of like weird, like everyone there was on drugs, and it started at midnight, and people, they gave glow sticks out to the crowd, and it was packed, bro.
Yeah.
It was so packed, and people were just whipping glow sticks at Tommy Pope's head. And then I went out and told scary stories, which was a lot of fun, which was just me, like, you know, doing crowd work, but in this tone and saying imagine a lot. And then we were like, we got to put up Sean Gardini because he's tripping face on LSD, and he has no idea he's going on. So me and Colum and Little Satch threw Sean on stage, and he just went out there and was like, I don't want to be here. This is terrible. And, like, people were laughing initially, and then he just, like, turned around and started looking at the people seated behind him and was like, ah. So me and Colum, I grabbed the second mic and was like, Sean, quit bombing. Sean, you're doing terrible, from backstage, which just spiraled him even more. And I did this running commentary on, like, how fucked up he was, and that might have been the highlight of the evening.
It was so good.
Yeah. Poor Sean. He's 24. What's he know?
Oh, wow. I didn't know he's 24.
Yeah, I can't imagine having to do, not even knowing you're going to do comedy on LSD, but being on LSD and then being surprised with a set. Ugh, yeah, that must have been awful.
Yeah, and then me being like, Sean, why don't you try a joke? And him being like, I can't. And I was like, okay, just keep having a panic attack. And then everyone's laughing at everything I say, and he's just, like, floundering. Good old-fashioned.
Oh yeah, you buried him.
Yeah, but
while he was peaking.
He pulled together an ace move at the end, because then when he left the stage, he jumped on the God mic and, like, yelled at Sam about how stressed out and bad it went.
Yeah.
And it was...
Yeah, he's like, you made a fool of me. I've been made a laughing stock yet again.
He took the power back.
He did, yeah. So it's just fun down here, man.
It rules.
People are asking, where's Lund? Why isn't Lund here?
I didn't turn down an invite for the festival, so I don't know what you want me to do. Do I have to apply?
I'm not mad at you.
I have to submit?
No, I'll get you in. I figured you wouldn't want to do it.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Pin me, pay me.
I guess Steve Ran is Easy has a similar joke to yours.
Yeah, he did a joke that was very similar to the 69-bit you have. But not
yeah, I got sick of that anyway.
Yeah, but it just made me happy watching, like, a comic I've liked for a long time try to do a bit and then being like, Nathan did this way better.
That came out of hosting bingo.
Yeah,
there there was only so much you could do with numbers. 69, everybody giggles. And then, I started, I don't know if 66 and 61 were both, just ways to do other sex moves while calling bingo at Squeaky Bean.
Yeah, hitting them with that lewd material at 1:30 in the afternoon as they're eating their brisket nachos.
Mm-hmm.
That was like life-changing money back in the day. I would fly in early on Sundays to get that $300 from doing bingo.
Fuck yeah.
It was massive, bro. Yeah, and I got free Milk Market gift cards.
Nice.
Yeah.
And it was Saturday, Sunday for a while.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't need to add Saturday. That was a bit ambitious, as we say.
That's our boy Johnny. Ambitious Johnny, they call him.
Yeah, he's fun. He sends me a bunch of like awful memes of a lady getting tit fucked and being like, "I miss you." Why are you getting graphic memes?
Maynard says hello and suck my dick.
God, every time I talk to him, you know about my personal friend Maynard? Like, yeah, dude, that was the first thing you said when you hired me for this job. Hello, I'm Johnny. I own the Squeaky Bean. I'm friends with Maynard. Okay,
Nate,
moving along.
do you want to know who my friends are?
I'm friends with Lund. He's like, oh, does Lund sing for Tool? My friend Maynard sings for Tool, which is a band. You might have heard of him. Maynard's their guy. Stanhope's here. I guess he tripped mushrooms all day last night, and now he can't get out of bed. Yeah, he like literally, he's like, he hit me up and was like, hey, wake up and do this Zoom thing where we pick tomorrow's games. And I was asleep. And then I woke up, there was another text when I woke up, like a half hour later, being like, never mind, my tongue's too big. I was like, all right.
I saw that he was there. Did you watch it?
Yeah, they showed the Road Dogg movie yesterday. They did a Q&A with the director afterward. And I guess people were being like, hi, I just want to say, this is Sam Tallent's book, right? And I guess Stanhope's all fucked up really hard, and he's like, let the director answer that. And the director was like, Doug showed me Sam Tallent's book in the middle of the process for this movie, and I refused to read it because I didn't want it to influence my already finished screenplay. And Doug was like, yeah, that's what happened.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Someone was wearing a Sam Tallent shirt, and Doug and Bingo like ran into him, and the guy was like, hey, big fan. And Bingo said, whoa, Sam Tallent. And Doug went, what are you talking about, you drunk bitch? That's not Sam Tallent. And she went, no. And he was like, oh, crap.
Score one for Bingo.
Mm-hmm. Last night, me and Soder were just like hanging out, and we got fucking bombarded by people from Colorado. They're like, oh, Colorado legends. And there was this little guy who just kept like trying to touch Soder's face. And Soder had to like karate it away. Yeah, and he's like, just let me touch your big head. And Soder's like, no, what the fuck's the matter with you? So this kid kept like trying to climb Soder while Soder like waxed off this kid's hands. And I was so delighted.
Oh my god.
Yeah, people kept coming up with bonfire tattoos and being like, look, Dan. And I was like, yeah, remember when he ran away from that show because he was tired of it? I was being that. So anyway, while
Did he go back?
It's surrounded by people, and they're like, Colorado legends. Guess who walks in right behind us? The ultimate
Coach
Colorado
Prime.
legend. Yeah, it was Deion Sanders. He's like, I gotta take a helicopter out of here to get to my jet ski to get to my yacht.
Was it Teach?
No, dude, it was fucking Roseanne.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, and we like parted ways. Like me and Dan stepped aside to let her walk through, and we were like, that's the ultimate Colorado legend.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she didn't care to speak to us, but still.
What have you eaten?
What have we eaten, Becker?
Ooh, I had the best chicken fingers I've ever had in my life.
This is the dumbass shit I have to keep up with when he's on the road. Him stopping me as I'm like signing the lease on Ron White's apartment, so he can be like, "We have the best chicken fingers ever." It's like, that's baby food. You ate baby food.
It was
good.
It was baby food. And it was amazing. Carlos and I just like were trying to find a quick bite to eat, and it was truly the best fried chicken tenders I've ever had.
So yeah.
Where?
Culinary explorer out here.
Something Magoo's. Huey Magoo's.
Yeah, you know
Oh,
that
if you
restaurant, Huey Magoo's?
can, you should try to get a sandwich at the Happy Hoagie. My buddy Eric is running it. But that's the other end of the strip.
Yeah, we're on Fremont, dog. There's no hoagies over here.
It's the other end of the strip, but I don't know. Is it all pretty centralized to that end of town?
Yeah, dude. Like,
That's all.
the complex is just, you know where Dick's Last Resort is?
Yeah, is it in New York, New York?
No, we're on Fremont Street.
Huh.
That's where the
I
whole
guess
thing
maybe
is.
it used to be in, I think, New York, New York. So maybe it moved. Must have
Well,
moved.
you know where the Nerd is? That, like, arcade bar?
Yeah, right across the street from the.
Heart Attack Grill.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, yeah, I know where Fremont Street Experience is.
Yeah. So by
it's
the
all
street that
right
says
there.
Fremont Street Experience, that's where everything is. And then I'm at the Circa,
Yeah.
and then the Surfs and the Peasants and the Middles are all at the Nugget.
Yeah. And then me and Carlos are at a Hotel 6 a mile down the road.
Yeah, these dipshits couldn't be further from the action.
It rules.
Unless the action is random gun violence. That's what he's looking for.
Yeah, lots of sex workers hanging out in our parking lot.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah,
Like
you
you're
can,
back in Shibuya.
next year you can come down here, man, and wear out some eggs, but the eggs are people. You know what I'm saying?
I understand. I will not be banging any egg people. But if we could do a live Chubby Bee, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I think next year would make sense because there's a bunch of people here who are like into the pod, which is insane. Thank you to everyone who came up and said, "Hey, don't fire Becker, fire Sam." Okay, like there's a Lund and Becker operation now.
There's with a couple of presents for Sam, and I'm excited to see Sam get these gifts later today.
Yeah, Becker knows the presents already, but he won't tell me what they are.
No, I need to see it on his face. It's going to be beautiful. We also had sandwiches at a 24-hour deli last night that were incredible.
Yeah,
Oh, hell yeah.
yeah, turkey sandwich at 2 a.m. Nothing like it. Really puts it all together.
What do you got tonight?
I have 2 shows at 4, and then I'm done. And it's going to be Blackjack until I have to cut my fucking debit card in half and give one half to Carlos and one half to Becker.
Did you bet on the CU game?
No, dude. I have no faith in CU either way.
I mean, they probably got more than 8, and they lost by 6.
I also slept till 12:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I didn't know if you bet last night.
no. I am going to get my bets in today though because we have a roped off area at the Circa Sportsbook tomorrow, where me, Josh Potter, Egan, and Doug are going to watch all the games.
Oh, cool. Is that going to be filmed for something?
No, I think it's just Potter is like a fucking legendary gambler, and he set it up because last year we were just in there, and it was like we couldn't sit in this. Anyway, it's a big, boring story, but yeah, Potter set it up, and we're fucking golden, baby.
That sounds very fun.
Becker has a new ranking of comedy powerhouses. Fucking Louis C.K. and Norm have been removed for Annie Letterman. He's a big Letterman guy.
Oh, because she had a good set. She did have a good set
He's
last
told me about this set 3 times.
Yeah, twice.
No, 3 times.
Okay.
You were blackout last night.
Too many cigs.
Oh, you had 4 beers.
I did have 4 beers.
Did she come? I can't think of whether she came down and did a chief or not.
That would be impossible.
Probably not, right?
I don't
I'm thinking of Alice. I'm thinking of Alice Wetterland.
Yeah,
She
a lot
came
of people
down a
mix
couple.
them.
I just don't know either of them well, so I was confused.
I wasn't being nasty. I'm telling you the truth. Also, if you look at Becker's saved tabs on his laptop, the first one is WTF with Mark Maron. The second one is Nerdist.com.
Yeah.
What the fuck, Becker?
Nerdist is great.
How long have you had this laptop? Since 2006?
No, but I've had the same Google account since 2005.
You are a problem. You need to update.
He's got this. He's got the something awful forums.
Yeah, he's got the bodybuilding forums.
Nerdist, I checked every day for work for years. I was ordering comic books and had to be on top of what was happening and new and cool.
Oh, so this is a write-off? You're not just a dickhead?
Yeah, Nerdist and CBR are my go-to every morning. I still have it. I check them every morning.
You need to expand your horizons, Becker. You got to move out of that little horse town. Move to Vegas. Become a problem gambler.
Yeah, I can see that happening. I'm trying to learn how to gamble today, Lund.
For tomorrow, just football?
I like
knowing nothing?
Blackjack.
Or blackjack.
Right. We just saw Egan go full tilt and lose his whole stack in 2 hands. That was brutal.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, God. What, because you guys were trying to get him to go to lunch or something, or what?
No, we were playing blackjack waiting for Becker to come over to the hotel. And new dealer, he gets steamed off a hand, and he puts in his whole stack, and he wins on that. And then he's like, let it ride? And I was like, all right, let it ride. So he lets it ride. And I'm talking like probably like $500 stacked up. And he gets 2 queens. And he's like, yes, all right. And then the dealer has a 10 up and then goes to peek at her whole card and just goes, oh no, flips it over. He 21. And he gets stormed
the dagger.
That's the worst way to go, dude. If the dealer has the ace up, at least there's the moment of trepidation of like, no, it can't be. And then she takes a peek and flips it over. But no, this was just a secret 21, which is that's fucking drowning your baby in the bathtub.
No insurance available when it's the queen up.
Yeah, dude, that was fun to watch. I'm like, Becker, it's a fun game of skill, don't worry. And then Ega just gets hosed down by every fucking fire department in Vegas.
He did 3 tiny little laps.
The worst, I would say, if you can, it's less stressful if you can play with people you know. Because strangers will fucking be so brutal if you do anything out of line, you know. If you hit one time too many, if you hit and get a 10 that was going to make the dealer bust, they'll be pissed. So it'd be better if you can find a table, you know, or an area that's dead, so it's just a couple of you, and you can play a little slower.
Yeah,
talk
but I don't
about it. You can talk no matter what.
You know, I wanted to learn on like a $5 table, and those don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Fremont Street. Bro, this was fucked. Yesterday, me, Toby McMullen, and Gardini are playing blackjack at El Cortez, and I noticed that you can see the dealer's hole cards. When she goes to deal, she flips it out of the machine so the card's up, so we can see what she has. We know her down card. And I like...
She has them.
Sorry, housekeeping's here. Becker's gonna go.
Yeah,
All right. What happened there, Becker?
it was housekeeping.
And you said, we're good, and she went,
She's like, wonderful.
all right.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can see her whole card, and I tell Toby, and he's like, oh, I've been on it for a while. We still lose. We can't figure out how to fucking capitalize on perfect information. Because if you know she has 18 and you have a 17, you're like all of a sudden hitting on 17s after standing on 16s. Like, we just kept fucking losing. We're hitting on 17s against 19s. It was so infuriating, bro.
And she didn't figure it out. Did a pit boss come along and smack her? Or?
Yeah, they got out the bamboo cane and gave her the Sandman treatment over the head.
I mean, that is agreed. That's dumb as hell. That's your whole job, and she's blowing it.
I know,
That's
dude.
funny.
And not only was she blowing it, we were also still getting bent over the barrel and having fucking spurs put in our holes. It sucks so bad.
Wait, I was going to ask earlier if you can use betting apps in Nevada. It seems like maybe they would have fought it, but then BetMGM is via MGM.
Yeah, you can use BetMGM, and I think you can use the Caesar Sportsbook app, but you can't use FanDuel here.
Okay, so they were able to navigate that.
Yeah, so like I just have to place all my bets at the book, and it's like, okay, how am I going to get fucking Ritter over rushing yards from the book? You know how I like to scramble my little eggs with a bunch of little prop bets here and there.
Sure.
Becker took he took the over on the games to start on time.
What?
He bet that all the games would start on time. He
Yeah.
doesn't know about sports.
They said I couldn't bet on Gatorade unless it was the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
You've bet that, right, Sam?
I have in the past. Yeah, it's a foolish bet. No skill
Yeah,
involved
for
in
sure.
that. I like when there's skill involved. I like when I know that Sam Laporte is going to get over 45 yards and it hits on the first fucking pass of the game. Someone last night was like, "Whoa, it's Becker. He does look like a Ninja Turtle." Wait, we're
What
going to click over to
else?
rotten.com real quick.
Oh, God.
Becker has it saved.
Speaking of Tupac, that Rotten makes me think of the autopsy every time. Ugh. I was like, oh, good. The internet's gonna change me. Little 14-year-old Pud Lund has to grow up quick. Thanks to the internet.
You were older than me online, so I was just like downloading porno, and you had already moved past that. And you were looking at like the Kennedy assassination from the other camera.
There's no moving past porn. Does anybody? I wasn't 16 being like, all right, well, I've had my fill, so that's good. Now on to more adult fare, like crime scene
I was
photos.
using it. Yeah, exactly. Give me the Chris Farley. That's all that does it for me. You're like the strip club owner in strip tease, where you're like, I went to the zoo the other day and a manatee gave me a boner. And that was you at 15. Yeah, strip tease really sucked. It was always on, and I was like, oh wow, yet again. I can tell my mom that I'm watching Reno 911. No, don't come in. It's okay, mommy.
Because of what? E?
No, it was always on like Showtime.
Yeah.
What?
Strip tease.
Oh, all right. Well, your internet's bad, so I didn't hear that word.
Doesn't matter, the recording's full quality.
Okay.
No, you guys are blowing it. Nobody's gonna be able to tell who I'm talking to.
He's
Just
fucking
two-
gaslighting us?
Two pink mouths. I didn't hear striptease. It must have lagged for a sec.
Yeah, it was show.
Nom nom nom. Nom nom nom.
Let me be your egg. Use me like your little soft-boiled friend. This was fun. Listen to this, Lund. Here we are.
I'm ready.
Sam Tallent flies early to go to Indianapolis to do the White Rabbit Cabaret as part of Let's Fest. Great time. Now, David Bory.
You already did that?
Yeah, I did it on Thursday. David
Oh,
Bory
wow.
says, my flight's delayed. I'm not going to be there in time to see your set. I say, okay. So when I was in Austin with Bory and Egget, I mentioned that I had a croissant. And they lambasted me, and they pinned me to the pillory, and they pulled my pants down and turned it around so everyone could throw tomatoes and carrots at my rump. So, I know, don't ever say croissant in front of Bory again, unless I want to hear about it in his gravelly railroad voice for 2.5 hours. So I'm on stage. If Bory's not here, maybe I'll do the croissant thing. So I'm on stage, and I say, yeah, I was in Paris. I was having cappuccino and croissant. What do I hear in the back of the room? I fucking hear the dump truck spill all the china. It's Bory. And he heard me say croissant because he got there early. And then for the rest of my set, I'm doing well, and then I realize, fuck, I'm going to have to hear about the croissant. So I'm on stage in front of a packed room doing my thing while also in the back of my mind just thinking, God damn, as soon as I get off stage, I'm going to hear about the croissant. And as soon as I get off stage, who's in the green room? The bulbous beanbag man from Sierra Leone himself. And the first thing he said, croissant? That sucked. That was a brutal.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
Do you have to say it like that for the joke, or you just try to say it Like you've been to Paris 8 times? Because that's you?
No, that's how you say it. That's how you pronounce croissant. Croissant is not a thing over there. A croissant is.
Well, you're not over there. You're over here.
I'm over everywhere, man. I sell tickets from Memphis to Madagascar. I'm more over than the fucking Legion of Doom.
I saw. I think you had an Instagram post story where you mentioned the croissant thing. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know I didn't know what the deal was, but that's good.
Well,
Did he get you in Denver? Or no, you said Austin.
Yeah, he got me in Austin. Him and he get both. I just said in the green room, like, yeah, it was, I was drinking cappuccinos and having croissant. And they were like, oh, croissant! And then they just fucking, it was brutal.
Egan was still making fun of him 2 days later when I got there.
Egan said it today. So that was difficult. And then, since I feel like I'm the camel today, and I'll carry you both across the finish line.
Okay.
I have to go to a wedding on Monday in Denver for Olivia, my sister's co-worker, as we call it. And I think Olivia calls it friends, but Sophie says co-worker. And Sophie's like, you need to dress up because all my co-workers think you're rich and famous, and I don't want you to look like a fucking pud. Like, okay, well, this is going to be fun. Can't wait for this to be your show monkey as you fucking work the organ grinder and I clap and jiggle. So Sophie's already putting the fear of God in me. So I don't have any of my clothes because they're all in storage. So I'm like, okay, I'll fly. As soon as I get to Vegas, I'll go to the Destination XL. So I wake up in Indianapolis, hour and a half layover in Chicago, 3.5 hour flight to Las Vegas, go right to the goddamn DXL. And Emily's wearing a green dress. Okay, so Emily and Sophie are like, get something that matches the green dress. And I'm like, I'm going to get something cool. So I get, top to bottom, Plum herringbone jacket.
Nice.
Yeah, awesome. I look like the Kingpin if he was black.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I look like a human flavor,
Yeah.
Like I should have a really small bowler hat and be smoking one of those long cigars that's chewed up.
Yeah.
As I like hit racing forms against my hands.
Fuck yeah, that rules.
I look like Minnesota Fats if they redid The Hustler.
Oh.
Yeah, it's crazy. I have a nice, cool, like fucking emerald shirt. And I hit up Emily and I'm like, I went to DXL. I got the suit. I'm going to look good. And she's like, okay, what color is it? And I'm like, it's a surprise. And then I get the phone call immediately from Sophie and Emily. 3-way call. Hey, so we just want to know what color the suit is. And I'm like, well, no, I want to surprise.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry. I look cool. We're going to look great together. I had 2 Latina women outfit me. They're stoked. I showed them a picture of the dress. They say it's going to match perfect. My shirt matches the dress. My belt's going to match the whole thing. And Emily's like, Jesus fucking Christ, just tell us what color it is. And I'm like, oh, okay. What's going on right now? And Sophie's like, just do what she says. You never do what we say. And I was like, I just spent $700 on a fucking suit so I could impress your dumbass friends, Sophie, who are all nodding off on Kratom and checking their phones every 6 seconds. Emily's like, you're changing the topic. I'm like, no, just let me have this. Let me fucking surprise you guys with a suit. And Emily's like, no, you tell us right now.
I would have hung up on both of them. God damn.
I'm in the back
What
of
a
our
nightmare.
guy's Uber with the suit in my lap, figuring out where I can go donate blood to pay this thing off because I put it on installment plan. So I just yell in the back, it's Plum herringbone. And they both go, oh my God, you fucked it.
Fuck them. They're wrong.
I can't fucking win, dude. It was the worst.
Well, now you get to be right, though. Now you get to show up looking amazing and them have to eat.
I'm not going.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to have my own wedding.
You and an egg?
Yeah, I'm going to marry a whole 12. Best thing about an egg is, even though it's got a mouth, it can't talk.
It's got a hole, but not a mouth.
Well, it's kind of like it's a qualaca? What is it? Cloaca.
Mm-hmm.
Am I saying that right? Oaxaca, Mexico.
Mm-hmm. That's where they're from. Well, yeah, what a stupid thing to... You have to look really good for my fucking friend of 2 years' wedding, or else everything's fucked. It's like, you're not officiating, you're not the best man. You're a friend of a friend. You're tangential to this whole thing. I'm going to a wedding today. I'm excited. Very low stakes.
What are you going to wear?
Nobody... pants and a shirt.
Damn.
Probably 7 strong. Maybe that pink one with the bow tie. No jacket. Have not decided yet. I don't know if I have a good belt, so I might have to go untucked. Which is not really ideal, but...
It's a Trinidad wedding, right?
Yeah.
So the bride's going to be shoeless. The groom's going to be holding a banjo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Billy Strings is playing.
These are good, fine folks from Philadelphia, so there'll be a tuxedo t-shirt with the sleeves ripped off, an Eagles jersey or two.
Yeah, instead of throwing rice, they throw batteries at Santa.
Eric Lindros kit, for sure, on the dog / ring bearer.
Yeah, they're going to...
No, it'll be fun.
They're going to root for Randall Cunningham in public, but then on the drive home, say some real bad stuff.
No, I'm excited. I like them both very much. Ruth and Dan. Dan listens to the pod.
Dan, congrats.
And yeah, it'll be a good time. Yeah, I like them both a lot.
May Ruth have them forever, and you get to hold them. To have them and to hold them. You're going to go bow tie?
Maybe. It's the bow tie that I got from Kristen for her and Wes's wedding, and I wore it when I got married. So I might bust it out, but I haven't decided yet.
I would totally wear the bow tie. You look cool in it.
Yeah, I bet you look good in your fucking Grimace suit, you bitch. How about that? You definitely should wear fucking purple to a wedding that isn't about you. That's a good call.
I feel like those look French me. How about get it out of the closet?
Yeah.
Becker,
Let's see it.
Dump it out.
Oh, man.
They wanted to get rid of the only 5X suit that they had left.
Oh no, that's beautiful.
From 2016.
Look at
That's
it.
gorgeous.
I
You
can't
see
see
it?
the herringbone. Yeah, it's hard to see the color. It looks black.
Yeah,
that's
it's
not
a
helpful.
nice dark purple. It's not insane.
I look black in it too.
Man, that sucks. That suit rules. I'd wear it.
Yeah, but Becker, you also think the chicken tenders you had were transcendent, so your taste is really in question.
Carlos agrees that they were transcendent chicken tenders.
Carlos is used to eating Adobe.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Carlos doesn't know shit. Carlos eats what he finds in the woods. Working for BLM.
He's a forager.
Are those black walls or no? On the in the hotel?
Very dark wood.
As curtains? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a nice spot. They got him a good room here.
Yeah, man, and I was worried that I was putting like the fucking reserve tank for people they forgot were on the festival, but I guess the Circa's the good one, and everyone, all the, other people are at the Nugget. You know what I mean? But yeah, they were like, hey, do you want an upgrade? They said, what kind of room do you want, smoking or not? And I was like, I don't care, I could take either. And they were like, well, if you can take a smoking room off of our hands, we can give you a free upgrade and it overlooks the pool. And now I'm overlooking the Circa pool that has like a fucking bigger than a billboard worth of television showing all the football games and babes down there letting them bounce and be buoyant. So I really came up on this one. And now Becker can blast giant cigarettes while we do the podcast.
Yes, it's lovely.
Is it hot there? Is it mild?
It's been pretty warm.
Medium?
But it's like overcast and kind of breezy. It's really nice today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a sweaty mess after walking to the festival on Friday. It was rough.
Oh, he was gross. I walked up on him, and it looked like someone confused his head for an egg and then called over all of their friends to also use the egg.
It's true. I had dried salt on my temples.
Wait, did you get a haircut today?
No.
What happened?
What do you mean?
I thought you were frizzle-frazzle yesterday.
It'll be frizzle-frazzle in a little while.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
You look like Ari Shaffir last night.
Yeah, it's coming.
This is nuts.
Yeah, it'll fuzz up. It'll slowly get more moisture and start to curl.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I was going to mention is the Spaghetti and Westerns Festival is in a couple weeks in Trinidad.
Thank God.
And it's been radio silence from Wally Wallace, and I'm a little nervous that he has found podcast episodes where we've discussed him and his stupid brain. I don't know if I'm like persona non grata or what. But I'll be in town. I'm not booked. So we'll see if I am called in or if... I mean, last year the only comedic part of the festival was me and Jeremy and Jay Gillespie making fun of Wild Wild West at Sexy Pizza.
Well, I think the whole thing
so
was a comedy of errors, honestly. But
right, but I'm saying, like... I don't know if Wally's pivoting away from the comedic elements and just wants to screen like actual classic films, and then there's like a little music involved, or what?
Pivoting. I think he's revolving away.
I don't know. I'm in the dark, and
well, maybe it
I don't
was
want
the private one-woman war that Creech waged against him for naming it the Spaghetti and Westerns Festival.
No, she was relaying things that a couple other people had said.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
Tegan's partner didn't love the idea of sci-fi and stir fry. Which, come on, I mean that is, and it hasn't happened. I don't think it will. So maybe it'll happen in Pueblo, where there's more of an Asian American population. But yeah, Megan wasn't stoked, and I don't think that had anything to do with this. I don't know. It might have been us.
If you guys didn't live
blasting him.
Oh, of course it was us blasting him.
I don't even think that's it. I think what's going to happen is 2 days before he needs you, he's going to hit you up with a set plan because he assumed you were in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's possible.
Carlos just texted Becker, find a piece on your way back. What does that mean? A piece of ass?
Piece of glass.
Oh, you want to get some fucking crystal methamphetamine?
No, a piece
Jesus
of glass
Christ.
to smoke weed out of.
You know what, Lund? I'll take the heat on this. Wally, I'm sorry that we have blasted you on this pod for probably a total of an hour and a half for your dumb ideas. One wanted to keep it copacetic down there, and I said, you know what, Lund? We got to be the bad boys that Southern Colorado needs. All right, we got to scream the truth all the way over Raton Pass. So yeah, a lot of your ideas are bad, but we like you as a guy. I've been known to have bad ideas. Remember, I wanted to have that festival I wanted to do.
What's this?
It was the Tiramisu and No Jews Festival. Remember?
Oh yeah, a couple of our friends.
What?
Oh wait, no, that was Chowder and Jaeger.
Oh, Becker. Becker, stop.
But how about...
They jump on a fence.
Speaking of the creators of that Almost Festival, how about the fact that during High Plains we came up with our open. It involved 3 musical cues with one song. All you had to do was play one song 3 different times. The first 2 times, very obvious because either you or Sharpie said to the sound booth area, hit it.
Right.
So, of course, we're not too worried about those. And then the third one, slightly more complex, because as we explained in great detail a couple of times, at the very end, there's going to be a moment where Sam realizes that the whole thing was that we had 6 months to live. Sam reveals that, he was told about this 6 months ago. And so as you look at your watch to see what time it is, just play the song the third time. And didn't really turn out that way, did it? Thanks to several fumbles by several people whose job it was to make that happen for us.
Right.
But
So
what are you gonna do?
I don't think that was on Little Sam. I think it was on the sound person who showed up 2 seconds before the show started because they had
Crying.
to smoke 6 cigarettes. Yeah, weeping, makeup running down her chin. One sleeve torn off of her Susie and the Banshee shirt. The other one still attached. It was like she fucking survived a mosh pit that was improvised. Yeah, so I don't think that one was on Sam. I think there's no blood on Sam.
Well, it was perfect that there were like 7 people either backstage or running around, coordinating, supervising.
Yeah, they have headset microphones on. They have like fucking road flares. They're waving us to the stage. Yeah,
of course
they're doing semaphores with flags.
And it was just so perfect that like several times when me and you and Chris were finalizing this thing, it was like, oh man, like that third time is the charm, you know, especially because nobody says hit it. There's that like real second of like realization, you know, fear or whatever, and then to break that tension with the come on, feel the noise for the third time. And instead we all stand there. I was holding the mic stand, and so I pointed at the sound booth like, hey, hello. And then you're looking watch. At your... And then you said...
After like seconds of looking at my watch, yeah, I say, I'm looking at my watch.
Man. Yeah, that was good.
Yep.
Luckily it didn't matter.
They're like, okay, make sure Ron Doyle knows how many mics you have. Give Sam your sound cues. There's little Zach who's doing push-ups and chin-ups because he's the bodybuilding half-man of Crater Lake. Make sure you put your food requests into Karen. If you have any makeup you need done, talk to this person. And then we can't even get a watch cue. Meanwhile, Fantasy Everything had one of the fucking Blue Angels jump out of a plane after the flyover and land through the skylight, and that went off without a cue. But yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was crazy, bro. And then he said, just war. There's no just war.
Oh, it was a born on the 4th of July situation, a vet who was speaking out against the military-industrial complex.
Yeah, and also, I don't know when that All Fantasy Everything comes out. Did you see that? The one I was on? Oh, yeah, that one.
Spicy.
I think people are going to be like, what the fuck?
Oh, I did hear about it.
Oh, yeah, because we drafted, like, things you're into as an old guy.
Yeah.
And I drafted the first thing. Things we hope we're into when we're old men, and I said 18-year-old girls was my first pick. And then I alluded to the fact that Sean Jordan has a 1-year-old, and in 17 years, it will work out for both of us. Yeah, and then Ian Carmel took, like, the Democratic Party. It's like, we couldn't have been signaling further things from each other. It's fun to be bad. But you know what? I don't think that is, like, a mental issue for me. But, you know, if you have mental issues... I'm yeah. You get me on a fucking Lime scooter? No, but a Segway? I'll drive it off the cliff from Connection to What's Next. This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp, Nathan. You know about BetterHelp?
I've heard about it. It's the hot new way to get your brain picked and dissected and possibly rearranged in a better, healthier way.
They go in like kids learning how to solder in shop class, and they rewire your brain through, I think they use frontal lobe shocking techniques. Is that true? It's kind of like a deleted scene from...
Well, they send it to you, and so it's supervised. You know, you are the medical professional in the room, but with guidance, you know, so you're not accidentally attaching it to your dick or whatever. You know, it's on your temporal lobes, and then you set the knob for the right amount of juice, amperage, voltage, depending on how nuts you are.
Yeah, how cuckoo your muku is. If anxiety has you paralyzed, it's really hard to live the life you want. Therapy is an amazing way to break down your anxiety so you can live more fully. Are you having a hard time putting it in the basket, Chief? Well, BetterHelp Therapy is an amazing tool. All you do is take a quick quiz to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you'll be on your way. On your way from Crazy Town to Shinedown. You can talk to your therapist on video chat. Whoa! By phone. Wow! Or even just by message. All right, that's not as good as the first two. I'm just kidding. I love BetterHelp. I use it every day. Keeps me from family annihilating. Have you ever spent a bunch of money on a suit you're going to wear once, and then the two women who are most important to you in your life turn on you while you're in the back of an Armenian cab? Well, however and wherever you want to do therapy is totally up to you. Personal endorsement. How therapy helps me. Look, every night when I get home, I want to crush the tiny mirrors inside of my wife's skull. And I want to say, the Kool-Aid Man's here while I wear my Plum suit. I'm going to look stupid in because those Brujas tricked me. Yeah, they for sure were like, oh yeah, Plum. Plum's good for you. I was like, thank you. No, I have no intention to ever hurt my wife. And I need to say that here on this public forum.
Becker, edit that part out.
Well, look, imagine if you have kids and you're kind of over it, I bet it sucks after you family annihilate. But man, when you're in the throes of it, I bet it feels pretty fucking good.
Taking that power back? Oh, yeah.
I bet you're kind of worried as you're filling up the bathtub, and when you say, "Hey, the bagel bites are ready, but we have to eat them in the bathroom tonight," there's probably some anxiety and trepidation involved. But man, as soon as they stop struggling, so hey, that's how BetterHelp helped me. If you don't gel with your first therapist, you can easily switch anytime for no additional charge, no questions asked. Okay.
Is it because they were ugly? Is it because it was a man or a woman?
Yeah, did they have an accent you didn't like? Oh.
Was it because they rolled their eyes too often while you were trying to share your very real problems?
Yeah, were they playing Candy Crush and going, "Oh wow"? No way.
Were they doing the jack off motion and saying, "Wow, that's really tough"? You've been through a lot.
Yeah.
Were they fucking an egg while you made a breakthrough and realized you never forgave your dad?
Get a break from your thoughts with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/chubby today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp.com/chubby. CHUBBY. BetterHelp.com/chubby. Oh, man.
I just laughed so hard it upset my stomach.
Yeah, I have to go fucking do an improvised set on, I always want to say Trevor Wallace. What's his name? Jeremiah Watkins show.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I'm on Jeremiah's show, and then I just do regular stand-up on another one, then I'm done by 6.
Nice.
And Soder wants to hit the tables.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
We got to get down there, man, and watch his giant head. He's fucking 4 heads tall.
Yeah.
And he's huge. He asked about you, Lund.
Yeah, oh, nice. That's nice of him.
Yeah.
Me and Spade talked about him. Spade was under the impression that Soder was as big or bigger than you or Shane. Is that true?
He's taller than me, I think, dude.
Yeah, he's tall as fuck.
And he's wide?
No.
He's broad-shouldered?
He's pretty broad-shouldered. He slouches. He's got like that I walk everywhere while I smoke posture.
Yeah. Kind of like crumble. Yeah. Dude, He said last night that he watched that Broncos game with McDaniel.
Yeah.
That's his name, right? The head coach of the Dolphins.
Yeah, Mike McDaniel.
Yeah, he was
oh,
like,
yeah, they're friends. That's funny.
Yeah, he was at that game, and then afterward, like, he asked him, he was like, so, dude, like, how'd that feel? And McDaniel was like, it was just very good to, like, execute so well, you know. They have a really good defense, and it felt really good that we were able to implement our plan. And then, like, 2 hours later, he was like, hey, man, but, like, how did it feel? And McDaniel was like, no better fucking feeling in the world to hang 7 on the fucking Denver Broncos. They overlooked me so much back in the day, and here I am. We could have put 73 on them, but no, I showed class. And I was like, so happy for you, Dan. Thank you for telling me this story. I'm so worried that the Broncos are going to ship away fucking Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton, Garrett Bowles, maybe Surtain. There's going to be a fire sale if we go 0-5, dude. We're going to have to rebuild all the way up. It's going to suck.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that dude, Brandon Perna, is a Colorado guy that does videos, funny sports videos, Broncos videos, and he said that Mike McDaniel, like, didn't get interviewed, didn't get the time of day from the Broncos when he was looking for a job. So, yeah, that's stupid. Just another misstep in the fucking organization. And now you've got, you know, the Waltons own it or whatever, like some weird conglomerate of, like, half sports fan, you know, just like that new trend of anybody with a bunch of money just deciding to buy a sports team, and then it's like, yeah, what are you gonna? You're just gonna say, like, get the best coach that we can, or, you know, like, broad bullshit. We need to perform better, and it's like, okay, yeah, you're gonna replace Elway with some other, like, some tech fuck who also has money, and then it's their job to, like, I don't know, Google football.
Yeah, they're going to replace it
sad.
with, like, Elon Musk's daughter, Mrs. Mustapalistics, or whatever her name is. It's a serious binary, all ones and zeros. It's like, what if the ball was round? What if we could change the ball itself? Very good. Yeah, man, I don't know. I don't have a lot of hope for the Donkeys, which is crazy to say after 3 games in. But I'll be wearing my Shire jersey tomorrow in that Circus Sports book.
They're playing the Bears, who are maybe in more trouble than the Broncos.
I know, dude. The Broncos are favored. They're -3. But if they lose, god damn it. I won't be the only one eating bagel bites in the bathroom that
day. I mean, I just know there's a big difference between the Dolphins and the Bears. So
yeah,
you might get a glimmer of hope tomorrow, and there might be a little bit of, like, you know, regrouping or whatever, a little bit more confidence instilled. Because, yeah, I mean, the Bears are freaking out, and their defensive coordinator got raided by the FBI, probably.
Yeah, I know, and Ben Avery told me it was because they found a bunch of CP on his laptop. Oh no.
Yeah,
that's
I don't know if.
So, and they said it was going to happen before it happened.
I don't know if there's a truth to that or not, but it all is very shady right now, and so that can't be good. A bunch of people in Chicago are like, was our DC a fucking Chimo? What the fuck? You know? That's not good for morale in the training room, where we're like, were we taking orders from a pedo?
I think what happened, dude, was he was trying to find a contract that former defensive coordinators had when they worked for that team. So he was Googling Bears legal, and I think that it auto-corrected to barely legal, and then he probably went down a rabbit hole. The next thing you know, the SWAT team's at the door, you know, and he's never been harder, and all the eggs have been used up.
He's got an egg on each finger.
Yeah. Don't ask where the 11th one is. Oh, man. Well, I miss you, Lund, and I can't wait to see you.
I miss you, too. And, you know, a lot of people on online, Reddit, Patreon, talking about how they miss us. If you're not on the Patreon, there's a bunch of episodes waiting for you. So why don't you go over there, patreon.com/Chubby Behemoth. Dive in. You got a bunch of great episodes in the archives. All yours for only $5 a month.
And you also
I think it's a good.
That fucking Pat made are on there too. Yeah, join the Patreon.
Yeah,
It's an easy
several
way to-
fun videos. It's what? An easy way to jack off without going to a porn site? That's
No,
right.
it's an easy way to help us out, man. I mean, even if you don't like the pod, maybe give us $5 out of spite.
Yeah.
You know, because the more money we get, the closer Lund's going to be to driving off the road, munching Del Taco. He can afford more tacos. Becker can get more cigarettes. I can buy more Plum suits that move me closer and closer to the ultimate day of reckoning. Yeah, Patreon.com/Chubby Behemoth, everyone. Get up on there. If you live in Kansas City or Des Moines, come see me next week. I'll be out there, followed by Key West, followed by Tampa, Florida, Janesville, Minnesota, Minneapolis, I'm coming. All these spots in October, samtalent.com. And then if you're one of our fucking astounding numbers of Latvian or Estonian listeners, I'm coming to Tallinn and Turun, Estonia, followed by Vienna, Prague, Budapest, Bratislava. London, get your fucking tickets. We're still a third sold there. That's nerve-wracking. London, November 7th. My mom's birthday. Maybe she'll come down from heaven and bless us with an impression of the Undertaker. Chicago, I got a bunch of new dates that are about to go on the website. Baltimore next year at Magoobies. Phoenix, I'm finally coming down there. samtalent.com for all the action.
Yeah, I'll be in Kansas City with you. I'll be in Tampa. I will be in Pittsburgh the week of Halloween, the October 29th, doing shows there through Will Hancock, and Joe Esch will be with me, so that's exciting. I get to meet Joe Esch, maybe the biggest Lund fan of all. So I'll probably have to swat his hand away like I'm Soder. He'll just try to touch my face, and I'll have to slap him away.
He unironically wants to bang you so bad. He's so turned on by your body.
Yeah, it's pretty wild stuff. But yeah, it'll be nice to be complimented and wooed and have some doors open for me by the gentleman Joe.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm excited. Haven't been to Pittsburgh before, so I'm excited to check it out. Anything else? Oh, Soup's on. Soup's on YouTube. It's free. It's 40 minutes of me. It's a good special. Donnie Townsend called it good absurdist stand-up comedy, and I didn't know if he was trying to be backhanded or if he likes his comedy absurdist. But either way,
I think he was
it's
probably
Townsend approved.
Yeah, Donnie T.